Hello and welcome back to thebrokenstove.com. We want to thank you for watching our show. We enjoy doing it, and we hope that you find it entertaining and very tasty. We hope you get some ideas that we present, and you can create your own creations. Recipes are nothing but just a suggestion and a guideline. Season, do it to your taste, to what your family likes or what you like. We here at the Broken Stove have a lot of changes going on right now. New and exciting things are taking place. So we're going to kind of take a break this week. And yes, we're not immune to reruns. So I'm going to just show you just real quick what I'm going to prepare tonight for our dinner. And then we hope you stay tuned and watch this episode that we had a great time doing. It was a lot of fun. And we hope you enjoy it too. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to peel some potatoes. We're going to have some mashed potatoes. And instead of milk, I use sour cream. A couple big tablespoons of sour cream, depending on how many potatoes you peel, and about a half a stick of butter. Now, if you need a little bit more, put a little bit more after you mash them up and get your consistency you like. Because if you put too much, then you've got potato soup. We have here some pork chop medallions. It's a family pack that we purchased. And I want to cook all these. What we don't eat tonight, we can heat up for tomorrow, or I'll probably take a couple of sandwiches to work with me tomorrow. I'm going to run through an egg wash. I have some flour with salt, pepper, garlic salt, onion salt, paprika. So after I do the egg wash, I'll run it through that, and then I have my electric skillet with some oil in it, and I'll fry them up nice and crispy. You want to put them in the oil, let them get good and crispy, and then flip them. I always use tongs when I do this. If you try to use a spatula, it's going to go down and splatter all over the place. So that's what I'm going to prepare tonight. We also have some vegetables, and I'll just steam a little pot of vegetables up for us, and that way we have something very, very nice tonight. But again, thank you for watching. It means a lot to us. Please stay tuned. Keep up on our website. Keep up on Twitter. Always putting information out there, and we really, really do want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned. There's always some exciting stuff coming up, and it's coming up very soon. So we hope you enjoy this episode of The Broken Stove. Stay tuned. It's coming right up. All right, welcome back to another episode of The Broken Stove. We want to thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed today's cooking. We have a lot of things we're going to do. We're going to be baking stuff inside and outside. So stay tuned. It's coming up. She's going to go bake me a pie.
Alright, for this weekend's festivities, I'm going to make two semi-homemade different types of cheesecake. I'm going to do a raspberry chocolate cheesecake, and I'm going to do a blackberry cheesecake. For the raspberry cheesecake, I'm going to use a chocolate cookie crust. I went ahead and bought this from the store, but I'm going to make my own graham cracker crust for the blackberry cheesecake. And you just need some graham cracker crumbs, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and a 1/3 cup of melted butter. Mix that all together, and I'm going to form it into a pie crust. I'm going to take both of these crusts and bake them in the oven for 5 minutes prior to filling them. Just makes it for a crispier crust at the end, not flimsy. Now that the graham cracker crumbs and the butter and the sugar are all blended together, I'm going to form it into a pie shell. I'm going to have to use my hands. I'll work that in, and I'll show you the finished product, and then I'll show you how I do the filling for the cheesecake, and the topping is easy.
Okay.
Alright, I'm finished shaping up my pie crust. Just using your hands, just press it in. I've also sprayed this pie plate with the baking spray so that it easily slices and comes out when it's done. I'm going to throw both of these pie crusts in the oven for 5 minutes. Gives them the crispier texture, a more crustier texture. Alright, for the filling with these 2 cheesecakes, I'm going to need 2 packages of softened cream cheese. I just set them on the counter overnight. Get those in there. I'm going to beat it with a mixer until it's fluffy. Then I can start to add the other stuff. It's a step-by-step process.
Action.
Alright, I've beat the cream cheese until it's fluffy. Then you can add the sugar, a half cup of sugar and a pinch of salt. Beat that together. Once that's all blended together, then I can add the eggs and the lemon juice. And I'm going to zest the lemons as well and add some lemon zest in there. Just for color. A little bit of boost of flavor.
Hey honey, can I lick the beaters this time? Will you turn it off?
Yeah. This time if I remember. He always likes to want me to make myself used to him, bake him a pie. Well, today he's getting 2. Alright, I'm just going to zest a little bit of this lemon. Then I'm going to juice it because I need the juice as well. That looks good. And the juice. That'll work. Alright, the graham cracker crust, I've already put the filling in there. I'm going to bake that. Once this is halfway done baking, then I'm going to put the blackberry topping, then finish baking that. So that's why that's only halfway full. This will fill up the rest, but this has to bake for it. This one is the raspberry chocolate cheesecake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the batter in, then I'm going to put some raspberry filling, and then I'm going to swirl it, and then I'm going to put the rest of the batter in, and then I'm going to put more raspberry and swirl it again. That way I want this to bake like that and be in the little swirls. Let's take some, spread this out. Alright. Alright, then I'm going to take a butter knife and I'm going to swirl that. Alright. Then the rest of the filling. Do the same, repeat the same step. And that'll go in the oven. Then that comes out, that one's done. I gotta put the topping on the blackberry one halfway through. Hopefully it's going to turn out beautiful. Okay, that's going to go into a 350-degree oven and it's going to bake for 15 minutes. Then I'll take it out and put the topping on it and bake it the rest of the way. Alright, I had a little mishap on one of my fillings. I'm not sure if I trust that blackberry filling when I opened it. It didn't look like it was in good shape. I don't know why. Just got it from the store. But anyway, I don't even know why I didn't do this to begin with. I had a pint of blueberries, but I made a fresh salad with, a strawberry and blueberry salad with for today, but I had some left over. I just threw them in a pot, half cup of water, enough sugar to sweeten it, bring it to a boil, let the blueberries bust and come down and simmer down and reduce down. And then I added some cornstarch, and I got my own blueberry pie topping. Pies are about ready to come out of the oven. 3 more minutes. Finish putting the rest of the topping, put them back in the oven, bake them at 400 for another 20 minutes, and they'll be done. Okay, pies are back out of the oven. Topping has been put on top. Here's my emergency blueberry topping for the one cheesecake. I put the rest of the raspberry filling on top of my raspberry swirl chocolate cheesecake. Look, filling didn't quite come to the lip of the pie, so that this crust edge doesn't burn while the rest of the pie is baking, or the cake is baking. Just put some strips of aluminum around the top of the crust, and it'll prevent it from burning, and then the pie can cook all the way through. We do this sometimes when we make chicken pot pies on the edges of it, because the filling on a chicken pot pie doesn't seem to want to cook all the way through while your edges are burning. So this is a little trick to take care of that little issue. 20 minutes, 400, and these will be done.
It appears my pies are ready. Since this show is shot in Florida, welcome back, by the way. I'm going to put a little stuff on the grill right now for a little snack until we get to the other stuff. Y'all know I like the hot legs, and I use the chicken legs, not wings. I've had these soaking in the Frank's hot sauce overnight. Give a little toss, put them on here. Anyway, we've had to make an adjustment because we do live in Florida, and we got a little bit of weather. Go figure. Anyway, I've got 3 soaked in Frank's hot sauce, and I've got 3 that are nothing, because we're going to put some sesame seed teriyaki on these. The reason you got to wait till toward the end, if you were to marinate it now, it would burn the skin and just not cook the chicken. So we're going to cook those plain, and then toward the end of the cooking, add our teriyaki to that. So while this cooks, this ought to be really good. I do want to take this moment to say thank you for watching our show. If you would like to advertise, sponsor any segment, advertise your products or services, feel free to email us, thebrokenstove@gmail.com. We'd love to have you aboard. Anyway, these are going to cook up very nice. We're prepping some other lovely stuff inside the house to finish up today's episode. Stand by. I think we're doing some potato salad next. Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to start some potato salad. It's a 4th of July weekend. All-American food on the grill, potato salad, cheesecakes, fresh fruit, summertime meals. Normally I make American potato salad, or sometimes I make German potato salad, but today I'm going to try curry potato salad. I've got about 6 russet potatoes cut up. I'm going to cook these about 10 to 12 minutes until they're fork tender. There's plenty of salt in this water. That's how you season the potatoes. I'm going to make the sauce for the potato salad. It's going to consist of some finely chopped celery, very finely chopped green onion, finely chopped sweet onion, just a quarter of that. I'm going to use mayonnaise, sweet and spicy Dijon mustard, some white wine vinegar, salt and pepper. I'm going to use curry powder, garlic powder, and so I think that's about it. This is new to me. I've never made curry potato salad before, but it sounds good, so I'm going to try it.
As our chicken wings are nearing cooking on the grill, remember what we like to do, we'll put them on a pan, we'll go put them in the oven and cover them in foil. Let them kind of rest in the oven. The 3 naked ones that we didn't soak in any hot sauce or anything, we're going to use some of this island teriyaki sauce, but we're not going to apply that until we go put them in the oven. So while these are finishing up, we're going to take it back inside and we're going to see what else is going on.
Alright, I have my potatoes cooked, fork tender. I have chopped up, finely chopped celery, 2 stalks, about 1/4 of a sweet onion, Vidalia onion. You can use red onion, anything sweet. Very finely chopped 2 stalks of green onion. To this I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of sweet relish. And some parsley. You can use fresh, I just use dry parsley. Garlic powder. Some ground sea salt. Fresh ground pepper. Now this is curry potato salad, so in the end I'm going to make my sauce mixture, but I'm going to add the curry to taste. Curry is a strong spice. There's some Dijon mustard, a couple tablespoons of that, and mayonnaise. I'm using olive oil based mayonnaise. Less fat, less cholesterol. About a cup. If you need more, you just eyeball your potatoes and make sure, you can adjust your sauce to how many potatoes you have. Okay, mix this all together. It smells good. I'm going to add a dash of sweet rice vinegar. Just a dash. A dash of roasted garlic red wine vinegar. That's some good stuff right there. I'll put more in there. It's wine. Mix all that up. This is going to be the base, the sauce for the potatoes. Smells fabulous. I'm going to add the curry at the end, just to taste. Potatoes at a time. I don't want to I got some hard-boiled eggs that are going to go in this after I'm done mixing the potatoes. Toss all the potatoes in that nice.
Lucy.
Smells fabulous.
Lucy wants some.
Smells really good. It looks really good. I think that's a good ratio with the sauce. A lot of times I don't measure everything exactly. That's just how I cook. That looks like really good because that's perfect. I'm going to use those potatoes for something else. I guess I made a little bit too much potatoes. That looks good. Curry powder. And then I'm going to chop up the eggs. Oh, it smells so good. And that'll do it. I'm going to stir this up and chop up my eggs and come back when I have a finished dish. Alright, so the last step that I did was chop up 3 hard-boiled eggs. Tossed them in there. Now I'm just going to garnish it with some cayenne pepper. Let it chill. Until dinner.
As I was getting ready to get some food ready to finish our segment today on the big grill, I came out here to check on a couple of things. I happened to notice one of the pies that we made earlier missing a big piece right there. For the record, it was not me. I think Lucy has some explaining to do. Stay tuned, more coming up. The weather's cleared and we can actually start cooking our main course, the canisters are going to get our charcoal heated up. I'm going to show you another little trick about grilling the corn. We're going to rip it back and pull the silk out of it. So let's step inside the garage and I'll show you that. In one of the previous shows, all we did was we just took our corn, soaked it in water overnight, and I just put it straight on the grill. But today, we're going to kind of pull it back a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and remove the silk screen, or the silk from it. That way when we cook our corn on the grill, we can get that nice grill marks on the corn. Don't totally destroy the husk, just want to kind of layer it back, because we're going to have to fold it back over, because we're going to keep the corn obviously in the husk to cook. Now some people like to wrap them in foil. I'd rather keep it in a moist, the husk. It just like steams a little bit better, but just kind of peel it back a little bit. You don't have to go all really crazy and pull it all off, but just layer by layer, kind of like peeling an onion, and just to get that silk out of it. And we're going to do that on each one of them that we're going to cook on the grill again. This is really good. It's a nice way to cook. Keeps the heat out of the kitchen. See how I just kind of layer it back. Most of that silk, there's one, there you go, right there. See all that silk right there? Just kind of peel all that right off. And that way when you cook it on the grill, it gets some more of that grill type flavor on your corn. And that's pretty much the way it's going to be. Just turn it upside down. I just gingerly put it back to where it was at. It's a little puffy, that's okay. And there we go. And we'll just do that for each one that we have, and then we're going to go put on the grill. And we got some pork chops. They're paper thin, so those won't take long, so we're obviously going to put the corn on first. And this is going to go good with everything else that we've done inside. Stay tuned, more to come. Okay, now that I've got all the silk removed from our corn and our husk put back over the corn, we're just going to throw it on the grill and start cooking this. Now our pork chops we're going to cook are paper thin, and it's not going to take them very long at all. But we're also going to use some of that same teriyaki that we used on the chicken legs on our pork chops. So we're going to cook the pork chops for just a few minutes each side, and then take them inside, put them in the oven, and put some of that teriyaki on it while this corn cooks. So we're going to be out here monitoring this corn just to make sure we don't burn it. But that way, hopefully, we get some grill marks put on it. This has really turned out to be very nice. As you can see, our paper thin pork chops are cooking up very nice. Our corn on the cob is cooking up very nice. And just in a few moments, we're going to take all this aside and we're going to plate it up. And we're going to fix it with everything else. Stay tuned, it's coming up.
Alright, we've taken the corn off of the grill, peeled away the husk. It's nice and tender and juicy, and now I'm just going to season it up with some melted butter. What I've done is I just melted some butter, Parmesan cheese, parsley, and garlic, and just toss it all together and drizzle it over the corn. And I'm going to cover it up with some aluminum and let it just sit there and rest for a little bit until we're ready to plate up the rest of our food. And that's what you call summertime. Alright, we have our beautifully grilled pork chops, marinated, seasoned, nicely grilled. Here's our curry potato salad. It's been chilling in the refrigerator all afternoon. And our grilled corn that we have brushed on some melted butter with Parmesan cheese, parsley, and paprika. And juicy, tender corn on the cob from the grill. That's our all-American 4th of July grilling out event.
As you can see, I've been kind of nibbling here pretty good. This is really good tonight. We want to thank you again for watching. We hope this works for you. You all enjoy the rest of your week. Please stay tuned for another exciting episode of The Broken Stove. Be sure to visit our website, thebrokenstove.com. It's ever changing and evolving. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Remember, this is better than a restaurant. Thank you. And here's our wonderful dessert. It's red, white, and blue. It took 2 years, but I finally got some pie. This is actually too good to describe. Hope it works out for y'all. Thanks for watching.